Oh man, you truly reap what you sow, don't you? Oh, we got an interesting one today. Yeah, let's rally up. What's popping in the streets, everybody? I believe, therefore I am King Silo. Hope you guys are doing all right today. Yeah, we've got quite the interesting topic today: reviews, constructive criticism, feedback. Yeah, very interesting topic. But before we even get started, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Any subscription or any subscribe that you bring me obviously provides more opportunity for me to create more content, put strength in my steps, and of course keeps you guys entertained on what's trending today. And today we have a very interesting topic, and it is titled, "Can Your Opinion Get You in Trouble?" Now, obviously, given recent events, I'll just state the obvious. This isn't what it's directly for, but I feel like Bino and his friend, they are just catching hellfire for the content that's being put out right now. Shouts out to everybody in the scene that is came in support of guns. That's the homie, that's the bro. I'll be realistic, I have not watched Bino and them's review of Guns and Ruck Boys battle, but from what I am getting, it is clearly not good because boy, they are literally getting in his ass.
Hey, yo.
No double layered pun intended for that one. Some of that'll hit y'all.
Hey, yo.
Oh my gosh, later. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So earlier this week, I did see a very interesting comment from Benito, and I won't read it because it's a long paragraph. But I think he made a legitimate point, and pretty much just paraphrasing it. The interaction between him and Miho was that Benito gave his opinion about the battle with Rex and Solo, and Miho basically told him like, hey, it's okay for you to have your opinion, but you do need to be at a certain level or have a certain skill set, and obviously most important, a certain amount of knowledge for you to weigh in on, have an opinion on this particular battle. And I think Benito's response to that, or his previous response, previous comment was that, hey, this is a page to where, it's open. It's supposed to be for people to have their opinion, to be able to say what they want, to just simply express what they feel, to share footage, so on and so forth. And as we know, there's much more opinions and conversation and a lot more typing than there is actually uploading of footage. Now, as a content creator and as somebody that I do consider myself still a part of the little guy or the less popular side of things as far as in terms of Crump, meaning I'm not running with no clicks, a name or a fam didn't make me, I wasn't thrusted in the position, to where I can just benefit off of the hard work of other people. I'm not from the West or whatever the case may be. I'm throwing all of those scapegoats or those platforms in which I can just automatically just jump immediately to success out the window. And that's not a shot at the people who are in those areas and stuff like that. But obviously when it comes to certain situations, we do need to address the elephant in the room. Not everybody is out here actively working hard for every opportunity that they've gotten. Some people are simply just transitioning from opportunity to opportunity to opportunity, which puts them in a position to have an opinion, which everybody simply just naturally agrees with because these are people of status. So it's not always about knowledge and skill. It's much more about popularity, which is something that I've seen for sure. But getting back to it, I do agree with Benito because that's my opinion. I do believe that, hey, like you've got an opinion, by all means, state your opinion. I agree with it. But I also agree with what Miho says as far as in terms like, yes, if you're going to have an opinion, we also need to know that you stand by and you support and you actively do what you're expecting other people to do. Like the simplest example, obviously, you can't judge a battle to where it's a conversation, or maybe, the silver lining, or maybe like the determining factor is about musicality, and you are somebody who is constantly off beat. That would be a situation of hypocrisy, because it's like, hey, you're a hypocrite. You don't dance on beat, and we see in numerous battles that you're not on beat. Or even worse, we never see you battle, or we don't even see you dance to a particular caliber, but here you are talking about other dancers of a much higher caliber than you about something that they need to be held accountable for. It does kind of like make it look like, no, like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you don't dance on beat. So how are you going to judge me about something that you yourself don't do? And then when the conversation came up earlier, I was told something else as well. I also agree with, because Crush posted online and he said, hey, you are absolutely entitled to give your opinion, but you're also absolutely entitled to get called out to back up that opinion. Now, I personally have a different stance as far as that, because realistically speaking, let's say that you do have somebody. We always used to, it's kind of I call it the hood nigga mentality. It's like, nah, bro, that's wrong. All right, but you won't fight me though. It's like you'll use physical confrontation or conflict, or simply the scapegoat that I dance better than you to prove that I'm right. In my personal opinion, I equate that to little dick syndrome or little man syndrome. If you have to jump immediately to battle, you have to use physical force to address a situation that is engaged of words and knowledge to make your point valid, then that simply shows me that you have there's an inferiority complex right there, because you can't resolve things with knowledge. Therefore, you have to just go to the highest escalation, which is either fighting or battling. Now, I get it. Like, if you say something that offends somebody, I understand that. Like, oh, this nigga's whack, or you're garbage, you're trash. Okay, that's something entirely different. But we've all had certain situations where it's just like, okay, well, I believe this person won because of this thing, and this thing right here. All right, well, I'm calling you out because of this. It's kind of like, that really don't make a lot of sense. Like, and that's, I'm not here to blast anybody, put anybody on Front Street, but we've seen that on numerous occasions, that people, because they do not share your sentiments regarding the battle, or they don't share your opinion, then therefore they feel the need to call you out. Now, again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with calling somebody out. It's just nothing like, yo, this is still Crump, it's still street, it's still Buck. That is the history. That's the culture of our movement. Like, yo, it's on site. Buck on site, BOS. Shouts out to Casey. But that's the thing. That's what it's always been. Like, that's our culture. Calling people out, get it jumping in the street, yo, that's what it is. But when we have certain situations where, like, hey, this is a conversation or a war of words, okay, well then it's expected for you to be able to back up your belief with words. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what if you get into an argument with somebody who ain't got no legs about Crump? You gonna battle them? What if somebody has literally a physical disability, and you're clearly better than them, and you can do these things that they can't because of their physical limitations? That's what I'm saying. You see where I'm going? Like, that just doesn't work in any direction. It just simply makes you look like you just don't have the knowledge that you think that you do to back up your opinion regarding this particular topic. All in all, I'm just simply saying that I'm one of those people where I stand for my freedom of speech through and through. But I'm also one of those people to where it's like, hey, you get called out, okay, bro, you got to be able to defend yourself. I am also, again, another person that says, hey, you also have to be mindful and keep a certain level of cool-headedness and humility in a situation where you say, okay, I'm about to put my opinion online, And when I do that, that opens the door for people to look at me and say, and they're gonna look at my tool shed, is what I call it. They're gonna look at what I've accomplished and what I've done, and they're gonna say, okay, he does do this, he does do this. Okay, then maybe he's right about the situation. Some people do think like that. Some people will just completely dismiss the idea that, oh, he's right about this particular topic. And what have you done? Who says that you can judge me? Which I understand it. I said previously in one of my other videos, when we were talking about leadership, I said that like, just because you're walking on the street and a hobo says, hey, you need to fix your life, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, it could be 125% right. He could be completely right. Your life could be in complete shambles. But the last thing that you want to hear from somebody who's homeless is responsibility and how to take care of how to take care of your life. You don't want to hear that. We always want to hear it from people who are doing it, which is not a wrong mindset. But again, in this particular situation, it's not that extreme. You lost because you didn't do this obvious thing here. That's why. Now, when it comes to these particular situations and people are jumping in and saying like, oh yeah, you don't matter, you don't matter, you don't matter. Okay, at that point, that's upon you. It's on you. That's your responsibility. Now, you can continue to let these people say that you don't matter, or you can do something about it. You can either get better, you can battle them, or you can do all of the above. Or take a page out of my book. Like, I'm not gonna turn down no battles, but I'm not one of the people that just sits here and runs around and boasts myself to a level that I know that I'm not. I'm knowledgeable, and people can look at my tool shed and they'll go back and check the history and see that, okay, it's still the same stuff that I've been saying back then. You ain't gonna never find me on beat, you know, that type of stuff. But I'm okay. I'm one of those people that where it's like, hey, yo, I'm old. I got bad knees. I ain't gonna be flipping all over the ground like that and doing all that crazy stuff. I can't move like some of these cats. But it's about the attempt, as we've seen, and that's what matters. Are you trying? And that's the big thing that people really care about. They really care about, okay, is there an attempt there? Or are you just an internet head? We see them all the time, the people that are just, this week has been crazy for it. There's always a crap ton of people online talking shit, but it's like, we'll never see you outside. There's how many people in the Crumbers page? I ain't on the Crumbers page, but I know for a fact that there's at least gotta be close to like maybe what, 2K? I would assume. Let's see how many we got. Doesn't show me, unfortunately. Well, wait, give me a second, let me see. I think I can find it. 7,136 members in the Crumbers page. I know damn well we don't have no 7,000 footage dropping. We probably even got 2K. Probably they ain't even 200 people who consistently drop footage on that page. And that's the point that people are trying to get across, is that there's 7K. There's 7,000 people in this page. And realistically, I'd probably genuinely say maybe about 1,000 of them have opinions, talk regularly on here. But there's only about maybe 200 people consistently on the regular basis that you see dropping footage, conversing in conversations about the craft of the culture, and constantly moving forward and developing their craft. Now look at the difference in that. Like that percentage is outrageous in comparison to people who actually can be talking about the crumb and actually doing something about it versus the people who are just simply watching and just have an opinion, just have an opinion. And again, I'm not saying that you can't have an opinion, but understand, like, be mindful of the direction that goes. You don't want to be the person getting advice from a hobo about how to get their life together. So also, why would you want to be the person getting constructive criticism about your craft from someone who doesn't even apply that knowledge to themselves? It's important. Again, I understand both sides of it. I get it. I've been attacked on it on numerous occasions, but that's also a thing that you got to be aware of, and probably the most important thing. If you're going to put your opinion online, you got to have thick skin. Can't get emotional. You open that door first. Nobody told you to type that comment. And this is not an attack on Benito. This is just for anybody. You're gonna have a social media presence. If you're gonna put your voice out there, you're gonna put your face in front of 7,000 people and protest that you have the right thought process behind something. You better be prepared for the hellfire that comes with it. That's all I'm saying. So that's my thoughts on that. Can your opinion get you in trouble? Absolutely. That's all I got. Let me know your opinion. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what your thoughts are. Catch you on the next one. Peace.